It's great to be with you on this Tuesday, Election Day. And I trust that you are praying that God will work, and I trust that you will vote today. If you've not already voted, I know many of you already have, but we need to pray that God will work. These are hours that instead of biting our nails, we need to realize that we can talk to God right now and ask Him to work. If God is willing to hear our prayers to preserve our nation for a time here in the future, then even here in the middle of the day, if you happen to see this here on Election Day, your prayers can make a difference. I'm going to read one of the wonderful verses that we often think about when we think of prayer. In Matthew 7:7, ask and it shall be given you, seek and ye shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. And then down in verse 11, if ye then being evil know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that ask Him? God's ready to answer prayer. Did you know your prayer and my prayer today can move heaven in the affairs of men right now? It can make a difference. As we well know, in this particular election, it's up for grabs in a number of the battleground states. And so what occurs between the time you watch this video and the closing of the polls today, if you watch it on Election Day, could make all the difference in this election. Do you think prayer would make a difference? We need to rest in the Lord. Praying with fear won't work. Praying with anxiety is not real prayer. But praying with rest in your soul that you know God is working. I believe there's been a lot of prayer. I believe there's been a lot of Christians who have really decided to do something and to vote and then to seek the Lord and to be a godly influence. And so I believe we have the right to ask God to work in a mighty way. I was really struck a couple days ago about the enormous power of prayer. The sun stood still when Joshua prayed. And when Moses believed God and put his rod over the Red Sea, it did part. These are facts. And when the men and women in that upper room prayed in Acts chapter 1, Pentecost came in Acts chapter 2. That's how powerful our God is. Now, before I finish today, yes, pray for the election, and let's pray by faith, believing that God can still work. But then let's also pray, Lord, touch our land, not to save America, but to save the people of America. Folks, our heart needs to be God's heart. We're a heathen country. We need the gospel. We need God to work in a mighty way. I urge you, let God work in your heart to give you a passion for souls and a passion for revival. And let's believe that God can do great things today. He will. He'll give us good things. He will hear our prayers. He is a God that hears and answers prayer. Pray yes for the election, but pray for a mighty move of God in these days ahead.